Technical difficulties, but we are going to be getting into this Exeter versus Croydon right now as the players have already kicked off, and hopefully this is going to be a game to watch for you all at home. We are already a minute into the game, but it doesn't matter because you have not missed anything exciting yet. And let's just see which team's going to be winning here. Now, I mean, we have Croydon on the orange side here. Blue side is going to be Exeter. And who do you think is going to be taking this first game away?
I know I said I think Croydon are going to win the entire thing, but I believe Exeter are going to take this first game.
Well, I mean, we almost see a goal there from Skitsy for the side of Exeter, but it's saved away by Nemo. As now Winter's going to be going up for this ball into the middle of the pitch, taken down by Daniel, going for the aerial, but gets 50'd out the air by Not Nitro. But doesn't matter as it falls over to Wick, who almost gets that shot away, and it's now fell back to a 50-50 in the middle of the pitch. The orange side Croydon trying to get as much as they can here, but it's just a relentless onslaught by the side of Exeter. As now Wick gets the demolition over onto Winter, and now they're looking for another attack here. The ball gets popped up high into the air. Wick might only be a flap, but able to use his skills from when he peaked champ to get that ball up into the air. Now falls up to Daniel, going for the double touch as the shot comes out, but just misses. The shot getting pushed back off the crossbar. It's another 50-50 just outside the net of the side of Croydon. And they're just trying as much as they can, but Croydon, they're still holding on. Another shot over there by Skitsy, but saved by Nemo yet again. Now going for the ceiling shot, gets the reset off the ceiling and falls down, pushes it over to the backboard and taken away. Now Skitsy on the ball. Just needs to try and take his time, sees that there is a few players trying to contest it up in the air and gets taken out. Now the ball falls back to Croydon. But it doesn't matter when the defense of Exeter is still on top as Daniel gets taken away by Nemo. Nemo going to be going for the shot here. The demolition coming in and it just hits off the crossbar and it's a save by Wick as another shot comes in. Almost gets the double touch, but now it's the reverse attack for the side of Exeter. But gets shut down very quickly. But does that matter when Wick is able to get that back up to the pitch to the side of Croydon's net? And they just need to try and calm down. Just try and take their time here and just deal with the onslaught that they can.
I feel like the pressure's getting both teams here. We're seeing a lot of misses, crossbar, post, a lot of good saves, but there's a lot of misses that probably should have been goals from both teams here. But we're looking at Exeter being much more dominant with lots more shots. But then we have seen Croydon with some good shots, but good defending from both teams now. I'm excited to watch the rest of this match.
I mean, yeah, the defending has been great from both of these teams. The ball's going to be going off to the ceiling there towards his right side for Not Nitro. He gets the bump over, but Wicks is able just to get that defense, get the tap over onto him, and take that ball back to the pitch. Going to be pinching it off the wall there, but doesn't go as far as the opposition's Nemo. As Nemo gets the shot away, but Skitsy able to deal with that, and it's a nice jump up there by Daniel just to easily take the ball down, regain the control, and he now has the ball back into his possession, but not so long as it gets taken away by Nitro. Now, blue side need to just do as much as they can to try and get this back into the side of Croydon's half. But every time they do, it just seems like a hopeless push-up of the ball. Nowhere near any of their team to try and do something with it. And it's just giving them free possession as the shot's going to be coming out. Just misses as Skitsy's going to be pushing this back up. Easily took by Winter there, but the demolition coming out from Skitsy. Can they do anything with this 3v2 advantage? As the respawn comes back in. Daniel has the ball now, but gets taken away by the side of Croydon. And now only 30 seconds are left on the clock as the shot's coming out, but Not Nitro able to get that extra save in there. And they want to try and end this first match out as fast as they can. They want to try and do as much as they can and just solidify the early wins.
This is such a 50-50 match here from both teams. I don't think I've ever seen so many shots and saves in a single match of the Student Champs. As we get a nice shot there, saved, rebound missed,
and it's an own goal! It's an own goal by Daniel. Winter gets the shot off, it hits just off the side of the post and falls back into the middle. And Daniel was not expecting it. Daniel was expecting just a goal as he's already pre-flipped into the ball and it gets pushed into his own net. And only with 3 seconds left on the clock, that is 1-0 towards Croydon for this game one. They need to just try and keep this ball up as there's only 2 seconds left. Winter's just going to be trying to push this down as Skitsy gets the bump up off the crossbar. Now Wick taking the ball over towards Daniel. Daniel able to push this still into the air as he's going for the aerial. Skitsy needs to try and get this before Not Nitro as Nitro gets the bump off the ceiling, and that is going to be the first game over towards Croydon. And it's crazy, you know. only decided by an own goal by the side of Daniel.
That is a very unexpected mistake there from Daniel. I mean, wasn't much avoiding it. He was already flipping into the ball as it was coming his way. A very unexpected bounce there into him. But he puts it in, and that is going to be quite difficult to bounce back from. Being the best player on your team, I mean, not by the results we see here. We actually see Skidsy with higher score, but Daniel being that experienced player and getting the old goal, that could be quite a deterrence for his team and quite a boost there for Croydon.
Well, I'm sure that won't affect his mental too much in this game. You know, it's only the first game. They showed such dominance and pressure onto the side of Croydon there, and they were able to get a lot of shots off, but so many saves coming out by them. But does that really matter? So going into the game 2 now, do we think we are going to see another win by Croydon, or do we think Exeter is going to be getting this retribution?
After that, I see Croydon taking this match. I see this being more of a goals match than a defensive match. I see both teams going to be getting more goals here than they were the last match. I reckon at least 2 goals apiece.
Oh, hopefully we'll see that as we already get off to a flying start not long into the game, and Skidsy's getting that goal. It's a nice bump up by Wick, who was able to get that double touch off of the ceiling, and Skidsy just getting up into that aerial position, able to push it just past the defenders of Croydon, and just gets away that first goal, now pushing it to 1-0 to Imperator EXE. And they need to try and do as much as they can to create such a big barrier so that Croydon cannot get back. They need to get the win that they can.
That was a great goal from Skidsy. Looking like the standout player, not only on Exeter, but I think on the entire pitch at the moment. He seems the most dominant, getting the most saves, getting the most goals on this match. We're just seeing him being so good, and if Daniel and Wick can keep up with that, I can see this turning around.
Well, I mean, it's a nice pass from Wick over towards Daniel as he tries to push it back into the defending opportunity, but it doesn't matter as the ball just comes in. Taking the words out of my mouth as he was just flying in there, not Nitro, pushing the ball out, trying to get a bit of a defensive play, yeah, but Skidsy able just to blast that off the wall, falls straight into the path of Daniel and gets that goal and puts it 2-0 to Imperator EXE up against Croydon. Where was this in that first game?
I do not know. They're looking like a different team in this first minute and 30 seconds in this game. That was great team play from Skidsy and Daniel to get it into the middle of the field in just a simple shot there for the skill of Daniel.
Well, I mean, a bit of a misplay there as everyone is just missing the ball, but doesn't matter. Not Nitro able to get that shot away, but no one actually saved it. It was just bouncing around the net of Imperator. And they just weren't able to do anything with this. Now Skidsy needs to try and get this ball away as it falls over towards Daniel. Daniel going for that wave dash, but doesn't matter as Winter's there just to get that defensive. But no one going for the ball. A bit of lack of communication. But Wick does a bit of a misplay there. Could have done so much more with that ball. But as it falls to Skidsy, Wick pushes it back up. And now Winter defending that ball again. Trying to take that away. Falls back over to Wick. Just on the edge of the box from Croydon's side. And just nothing has been done with that ball yet again. They just need to try and take some of these chances, but the defending just isn't on point as well as their passes from the defense are just going straight back to Exeter's side. They need to try and get a bit more communication of who they want to pass, a bit of communication where they want the players to be, and then they can try and get these counterattacks going as there is so many attacks coming out here. But Daniel actually messes up a bit and passes the ball over towards Nitro, who tries to go for the aerial. Not anything done with that as it's a save by the side of Imperator. Now the ball falls back down to Nemo. Daniel getting the defense away, and Nitro trying to get that cheeky shot off just as much as he can, but just went a bit wide as a fall back to Winter as the defense was coming in. Nemo bumps the ball up after Winter gets to the demolition over onto Skidsy, and now the ball still just chilling with the side of Imperator as he flicks it over one. Not Nitro needs to try and deal with this and gets the bump up, pushes it just a bit away as they try to go for the double pinch on the side of Croydon, and it just goes straight up into the air. Nothing done from that as Skidsy's just going to take the slow shot here, the slow approach, and push it down over onto the field. As it falls back over towards the side of Imperator. They are just trying what they can to stop any potential attacks from Croydon Prime, as they are still just trying to find any little bit that they can. That could be an own goal as it just skids across the crossbar. Skidsy getting a bit lucky there with that pass and just manages to survive. And now a minute 40 left on the clock. Winter tries to go for that ball, but just misses it. Daniel needs to try and do something here. There is one bumped all the way into the net as the flip reset comes out, gets the shot away, and it's a goal from Daniel. The flip reset and Hatsune Miku coming out, singing praises for the beautiful shot of Daniel there. The flip reset just to push it into that top corner, and Winter, no boost in sight, was not able to get anywhere near that ball.
Croydon are looking to struggle quite a bit in this match. As they won that last match 1-0, it was quite close. 3-0, now 4-0. Another goal there from Skidsy. They're looking...
Well, I mean,
own goal?
A kickoff goal.
It was
straight.
an own,
It was an own goal?
That looked like such a good shot.
Oh, wait. No.
It went wrong. Never mind. It was a goal, I was going to say. But that was a great goal there. Kickoff goal from Skidsy. They're looking so confident in this game. Croydon just can't deal with this attack.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was a great kickoff goal there. They were just able to cheat up onto the ball and just deal what they needed to do. And they were able to push that away. And I believe that will be this second round over. And it should be a win over towards Imperator. Unless Croydon can do anything with this. And just both of them miss it. Was that a fake from Daniel? Or was that an accidental bump from both sides? As Nemo was just trying to reverse that ball as it went over towards Daniel. And he's just able to tap it past both the defenders of Croydon. And just get that ball into the back of the net. Yet again, Hatsune Miku coming out to praise the play from Daniel there. And able to just... get that to 5-0. And what a game this was. You were thinking 2 apiece. How about 5-0?
I mean, I was expecting a lot of goals in this match, but I wasn't expecting 5 from one side. I think we're seeing a lack of communication here from Croydon. Quite a few double commits, quite a few 0 commits, no one going for it. I think they need to reset going into the third match, try and get back their communication from the first match, and try and take this a bit better.
Well, I mean, it's a nice bit of play there from the side of Imperator as they were just able to deal with the ball. They got a nice little pass from Skidsy there right in the middle. A nice takedown from Daniel as he's just going to be blasting that ball in over towards Wick if he needed to, but not Nitro trying to save that ball. Was probably expecting Wick to get onto the end of that and just pushes it into his own net and make that 6-0 to Imperator. In this game is definitely over. 30 seconds on the clock. I don't even think there's enough time to get one for the side of Croydon, which is going to be a big demeaning towards the side of Croydon going into this third match. As you know, they just weren't able to do anything against this side of Imperator apart from this potential goal here. But Daniel showing us what it means to be on this side, what it means to be a reigning champ of the Student Champs Rocket League. And does a great save just to stop anything and keeping the clean sheet for Imperator into the shot. Coming away from Skidsy, almost gets it in just off the crossbar, and that is it. That is 6-0 to Imperator. Were you expecting that at all?
I was not expecting that one bit. 6-0 after losing the first match. That reminds me a bit of that Falcons game from the clips before this stream, where they were 2-0 down in rounds or games, and then they went up 7-0. That's very similar, but Daniel, with that experience, they're looking just like the dominant team. That was a very, very good display there from Exeter.
I mean, yeah, that was just a complete rip-off of that 7 from heaven goal. You know, the casters, I mean, we couldn't do a bit of casting like that, you know. It was quite hard to see, but I mean, 6-0. That's a crazy scoreline. Do you think we'll see that again in this game?
I think if we see that again, I think it's over. But I think Croydon can bounce back. They just need to communicate a bit more. And they just need to lock in. Like, that first game was good. That should have been a confidence boost. And then losing 6-0, that could put them down. But I think they have the skill in the players to bring this back. But if they lose this next match, it's going to be quite a difficult hill for them to climb.
Well, I'm just wondering what happened to the defense of Croydon. It just kind of went all into shambles. They look so defensively strong. Yeah, there was a lot of shots coming out from Exeter in that first game, and they were able to deal with it and try and get a few extra shots off themselves. But in that game, it was just all Exeter dominating into that side of Croydon, and they just showed absolutely no mercy. And they need to try and come up with a bit of a strategic plan here. Maybe a bit more communication coming out from the side of Croydon going into this third match here. They need to try and deal with everything that they can and just take their time. And we will be seeing if they can take their time in this, as we're going to be going to this third game very soon. Do you think they'll be able to do it?
Yeah, I do. I think Croydon need to get more attacks off, more communication in their attacks. Because we did see Exeter there struggle a little bit on defense. I know they didn't concede any goals, and that's a very good shot there from Skidsy from above to try and get it into their goal.
It's on the line, and Nemo able to push it over the line. It was a great save by Skidsy, but how did Nemo manage to push that in? It was just chilling on the line for so long, and they just managed to push it in finally, getting that goal, and the goal that Croydon needed so badly. You know, that's their first actual goal of this game. And will we see more from the side of Croydon in this third round?
Yeah, Skidsy just didn't get the touch he wanted off that. He hit it well. It just didn't go out of the goal and just kept bouncing on the line. And it just didn't need another touch from Croydon.
I mean, a bit of a misplay from Daniel there, but might have been on purpose. I don't even know if he got a touch on the ball, but it almost went in. And they're trying to get this equalizer back as much as they can for the side of Exeter. And I believe that we might be seeing it very soon, as they're still looking so dominant on this attack. I mean, just one little mistake that happened, and it was a big mistake, as Croydon were able to apply that pressure and get that goal to push it down into 1-0. But Daniel getting the shot up, doesn't fall as far as Winter. And now Wick just taking that ball down, needs to try and do something with this. Is it to pass over to Daniel? Can he do anything with it? But no, Nemo is there and ready to save it, as two demos coming out from both sides there. Down to a 2v2, as Nemo's going to be trying to take this ball all the way from his side of the half, all the way into the enemy's opposition, and almost gets it back into that net. But no, it was saved by the side of Imperator. And now another attack coming out from Croydon. Can Winter do anything with this as they push it down into the centre, but Daniel able to grab that ball and just take his time with it, but just isn't able to do much with it. Wick now has the ball, trying to take as much time as he can. Gets a nice little pass over towards Daniel, but it doesn't go as far as Nemo as the defense comes in. The 50-50 up into the sky as Skidsy takes that ball back down. Daniel gonna be trying to go off the wall here and just do anything that he can. But now it's a shot from Winter coming out, and Skidsy able to defend it. Gets the 100 boost as well. So imperative that they got that boost away from the side of Winter, as they could have done so much more with that. And now they just need to take their time. Wick going up for the aerial. Is he going to be bumping it off the wall over towards Daniel? Throws it back down to Skidsy. Is the ball's going to be going off the backboard? Yeah, we can be seeing a double tap. No, but Wick gets the shot off. They weren't expecting it, and it goes off the line again. We weren't able to see what Croydon done last time, and it gets defended. They improved on the mistakes of what Exeter had done. They were able to get that ball off that line, defending it so well there. But what a thought I'd play that was, the fake coming out from Daniel from the backboard as it fell down to Wick. Good communication from there as the shot came out. Not as powerful as he must have wanted, but it was able to almost do the job, but it just wasn't good enough.
I think that was the first very good shot we saw there from Wick. He has looked like the lower player on his team, but that shot was so good. I think he's starting to feel a lot more comfortable in this game. And if Wick can get to the skill of Daniel and Skidsy, this is going to be difficult for Croydon, even though they are up 1-0 and looking a lot more comfortable in this third game.
I mean, Daniel able to get the defensive there from the shot of Nitro, as he's going to be taking this back down. Winter getting the demolition over onto Skidsy, but to no prevail as the ball was saved over by Wick, as Daniel's going to be taking this over. 50 boost has left as the side of Croydon just misses the ball, and there it is. Wick gets his goal that he so desperately needed and was able to do just perfectly there. Winter just missing that ball, and Wick in the perfect position to read that miss and just slot it into the bottom left corner. And it's a great goal, and now we have a game on our hands. 1 minute 54 left, 1-1 on the score, 1-1 overall in the games. Who will take this victory?
That looked like a couple of mistakes there from Croydon, from Nemo, and from Winter missing the ball. I don't know if they knew Winter was there. Wick, sorry. That was quite a simple shot, but he slotted it in well, and if you hit the simple shots, you are going to do well in this game.
Yeah, sometimes the simplest shots are going to be the hardest to make, and, you know, Wick just stayed composed under that pressure, saw the ball just floating down into his position, was able to take it, but Daniel getting the ball here from the demolition over on the side of Imperator as they're getting the shot away, and Skidsy just able to slot that away. No defense inside as they both went up for the commit, and the bump goes away. Skidsy just slotting himself into the perfect position. Winter just a bit too slow to get to that, but that was just Nitro's fault. You know, he went up for that commit, they double committed, and the bump just pushed them so far away from that ball as they were not able to do anything with it, and now it's pushed the scoreboard to 2-1.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate mistake there from Nitro. Croydon were looking a lot stronger in this game. Now they find themselves behind after being in the lead, and there we go, another goal there from Exeter, bringing this to 3-1. It's looking like they're trying to seal the deal here, and they don't want to go down again.
I mean, you need to start thinking, what is the side of Croydon saying to each other? I mean, after that bump and leading to that goal for the side of Imperator, there must have been a bit of confusion in that call. There must have been a bit of arguments maybe, because now it just seems like they're falling apart. Is now the fake kickoff's going to be coming off and Daniel able to get that boost and take it up to the pitch. But now it's looking like it could be a free goal as Wick gets the save from the shot of Nitro, but just as far as it falls back down to Nemo, able to get that shot away. And now we have a game back on our hands, 3-2 on the scoreboard in favor of Imperator, who have looked a bit more dominant on this side as the mistakes keep creeping in from Croydon. But it looked like a few mistakes from the side of Imperator onto that attack, and they just weren't able to deal with the ball as they're going to be doing this kickoff yet again as it falls back towards Nemo. The demolition is going to be so strong for that kickoff for the side of Croydon. They need to deal with it as much as they can because it's going to leave them so just disorientated. But what a fake that was from Daniel. Is he going for the flip reset, going for the musty, but didn't get the reset? Is now the ball's going to be falling back over towards Skidsy. Can he get the double tap? Is he going to be pushing it down? Goes off the top of the ceiling, falls back down over towards Daniel. Now Croydon have the ball back, but not as far as Wick as he takes it down. Winter able to get that 50-50, and now Wick pushing it back down at the center, but no one is there. Daniel taking his time, knows that Croydon was going to get to that ball first, and just doesn't get to do anything with it. Only 6 seconds left on the clock, and now Croydon need to do anything that they can to get this ball in the net. But what a save by Skidsy. How have you done that, Skidsy? That was insane as he just saves the game for the side of Imperator. That would have taken that to overtime, and what a save that was by Skidsy.
That was a great save by Skidsy to save his team there, and now they're up 2-1, but that save was crucial there. Croydon looked to have the advantage after going 3-1 down, 3-3. That's the bounce back they probably needed. They could have took that further. That save from Skidsy there was perfect timing to end that game and put them 2-1 up in these scores.
Well, I mean, that was Imperator's guardian angel coming out of absolutely nowhere to save that shot. The imperative shot, you know, for the Imperators. And it was just, I don't even know how he got to that. It just looked like that was so well in. And I don't know how Croydon have not scored that.
I do not know. That was a very, very good chance there from Croydon after looking very weak in that 3rd minute, losing 3 goals and going down. As we are into this next game, look, early shot there from Skidsy, getting saved quite well there by Nitro. As he's going up again, Nitro trying to get up this pitch, passing it to Nemo, save there from Skidsy, bringing it out. Winter with the rebound as Nitro's just taking it back in his own half, reset and try and get it back.
Well, I mean, that looked like a very good chance for both sides there, but the defense was just on point in the right position as the ball's going to be falling back over towards the side of Croydon. Winter's going to be trying to take this over into the center here, but Skidsy able to clean that up, gets the flip reset. I mean, we're seeing the new animations as well. You know, we saw the flip reset just there. You get a little bit of like an indicator that you have the reset available. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, not that I'm going for resets, so it doesn't help me much, but it's probably helping players in plat, like maybe Wick. We see him hitting quite a few, but then you've got the players like Daniel and Skidsy that look like they hit them on the regular, even before this indicator. Don't look to need it, but the lower level players, I think, is quite a good introduction.
Yeah, it's going to help them at least learn a bit more about where they need to position their car in terms of getting that flip reset. And we have seen it quite a few times. I've known a few people myself who've really enjoyed this change. Then quite a lot of people who don't enjoy the change. But what is that from Winter? A shot coming out over from the top there. Just goes over everyone. I'm guessing not enough boost on the side of Skidsy as he just wasn't able to get that. A bit of a misread. And it just flies straight into the back of the net of Imperator's side. And that is 1-0 to Croydon early into this 4th game.
I don't think Exeter were expecting that much power on the shot. Should he Skidsy try? Maybe a rare mistake from him. Maybe just a lack of boost. Never know. But Wick with the rebound. Bouncing back from 1-0 down. Great shot there from the sky. Great pass there from Skidsy. Just perfect shot there from Wick, getting it bottom corner, no save in that shot.
Well, I mean, you can see why Wick was a Season 21 Grand Champion, rocking that title with honor as he gets such a great shot there, was able to get that redirect just into the bottom corner and took it away from any defending opportunities that Croydon had. As now the aerial's going to be coming in and it's just a goal from Skidsy. I mean, what is the defense of Croydon doing there? It looks like he went up for that, but what a touch from Skidsy, able to get that flip down and just take it over. A little extra bump, and Nemo unable to do anything with that ball and just wasn't able to get to it. Now pushing it 2-1 to Imperator against Croydon.
Croydon seem to struggle with pressure when they're ahead. They sit in these last two matches, they seem to be playing their worst Rocket League when they're ahead. But here we go, another goal here from Nitro to bring this 2-2. They look really comfortable when they're below, bar that second game. They look much more comfortable being the underdogs, being behind and bouncing back.
Well, I mean, that was a good goal. You know, they needed that just to try and tie this up and get as much as they can. But Pi left on the clock there, 3.14. You know, we see that as the shot's going to be coming away from Skidsy. Is saved by not Nitro as it falls straight back into the defense of Croydon. They're going to be trying to take this up. Here's the double tap coming out from Nemo. Going to be pushing it down over towards the net. But Daniel able to take his time, get to that ball and just push it away. 3 players on the side of Croydon just waiting and wait for that ball as Daniel was going to be trying to take that up, but just goes as wide as they can. And now Daniel actually saving his teammate's own shot there. Maybe he was thinking the defender was going to get to it, but was just taking it away as it's now could have been 3-2 to Imperator. But Daniel, like I just said, saving that shot. Maybe he just wants all the glory for himself, not letting Wick get any chances. And now that could be imperative towards the winning of Croydon here if they can try and do anything with that advantage of not being another goal down.
Yeah, that would have been a crucial goal there from Exeter. Being 3-2 up into half-time would have been great. As we see, a good shot there from Daniel, but a pretty simple save there from Winter to hit it back midfield and control the ball.
Well, I mean, we're seeing a bit of showboating here with the wave dash on the wall. You know, it's quite a hard move to get under and do it without just flying off of this wall. As we're seeing a lot more of football being played here, I guess you can call it. Would you count it as football?
Car ball.
Car ball, yeah, or rocket ball, something like that. But we're seeing a lot more of that getting played right here. It's just so much more back and forth. You know, it's not just one-sided domination. We have this close game like we like to see. You know, we want to see both sides getting as many shots and saves as they can, and just good play all around with the macro and skills just coming out from both sides as the shot almost goes back into the net, but Winter able to get that save away as it's going to be falling towards Nemo. Nemo just missing the ball. Maybe a communication from Winter saying, leave it, I have this ball right here. But they're not able to do much with it here unless Daniel misses this ball as Nemo goes up for the 50-50, able to take it back into the corner now as Wick's going to be taking his time, getting that ball away, but no boost inside. Daniel taking his time as Wick's just going to be waiting on that 100 boost for it to spawn on that side as the ball's going to be getting played down at the middle and the shot coming away and it gets saved, but does that matter? Is it still falls over towards the line and just gets pushed in? They weren't able to do much here as Winter bumps it actually into the side of Skidsy and Nitro not able to get that last touch on the ball to try and clear it away, and it just rolls in. 3-2 on the scoreboard, only 58 seconds left. Will they come back? Will we see another goal from the side of Croydon? Or will Imperator take it away with this lead? Like you said before, Croydon, they thrive under the pressure of being a goal down. They are able to come back and play better as the ball's going to be coming up. Daniel taking the touch, going so high up as Skidsy's going to be going for that ball, but the 50-50 up in the air as Wick falls down to the ball and gets the shot away. They weren't able to save it, and that is now 4-2. 37 seconds left on the clock. It's a great 50-50. Nemu just unable to get to the ball enough and unable to push it away. 4-2 to Imperator. Might be taking this 3-1 on the total scoreboard.
That was great there from Exeter. Both of them goals were kind of misplaced from Croydon. 2 quite bad saves, or attempts of saves, but Exeter are just so... they put so much pressure onto Croydon that it's difficult to save every single shot they put their way.
Well, I mean, we could have just seen another goal there. There was a lot of scrambles, and it was so open as Nemo's going to be getting that shot away. Skidsy able to get a good save, and again, able to read that ball and where that shot's going to be going as Wick's going to be taking it up over the corner here, just as far as Daniel tries to get that double touch, but not as far as the defensive Croydon. 30 seconds left on the clock, and that is going to be it. Imperator takes the 4th map as they get the final goal to push it to 4-3, but does it matter? No consolation goal is going to save you in this game, as it is now going to be going to match point for Imperator.
It is, but can I just say that goal from Winter there, if he pulls that out in the next games, that double tap there was really good. He's waited too long to pull that out. 4-3 there, good game there from Exeter, quite dominant there until the last minutes. Looking very good, 3-1, all they need is win one more game here.
Well, I mean, looking at how the games have been played out, it just seems mistake after mistake for either side of the goals. I mean, we have seen a few good goals from both sides here, but it just seems that the game overall comes down to the finite macro details that you need in just trying to just defend as much as you can without making these mistakes. Maybe a bit more communication coming out from either side of the teams just to able to get these passes away and just secure the ball. You know, we're seeing the bumps, we're seeing the 50-50 challenges, but sometimes it's the double commits, which then leaves the goal wide open to a 3-on-1 attack from the side of what we've seen Exeter doing.
Yeah, I'm glad we're seeing a lot more goals here than that first game. It's looking very good here from both teams, very goals-wise, but that also means we're seeing a lackluster defending from especially Croydon here, whiffing quite a lot of shots in goal, but saves in goal. We will have to see how this last game plays out, but I believe, again, it'll be quite a goal-heavy game.
Yeah, definitely going to be another goal-heavy game, as we are going to be going into what the 5th round here this is. Yeah, 5th round. It is, yet again, the game point for Imperator EXE. Croydon still need to win 3 in a row to try and do this. They can't drop any more games, as that will be them out. And that will be Imperator EXE over towards the lower finals. Do we think Imperator is going to be winning this one?
I think they probably will. I do think quite a prediction here. I think whoever wins this game goes on to win the entire thing. I think if Croydon win this game, it'll be the bounce back they need. But at the moment, Exeter don't look like they're going to lose this one.
Yeah, I mean, Croydon, they're looking so dominant on this attack already, though. So maybe we might see a win coming out from Croydon as they get a lot of shots coming out. And it's just so much is happening in this game. Like, who will win it? We don't even know what will happen here. As we're going in with 1-0 to Imperator. It's a great goal from Daniel just there as he just slots it in. The defense mistakes yet again as it falls off the backboard and just falls down over towards Daniel, able to slot that ball away. And, you know, that is what we like to see. We like to see it, but now it's 1-0 up already to Imperator. It's all on the line for Croydon. They need to crawl their way back. But maybe we'll see yet again where they go a goal down. They try and pull it back and they get a few more back. Or will Imperator take this lead and just take it all the way home and secure this match point win?
I mean, that was quite an early goal there from Daniel and from the side of Exeter. If the last time we saw an early goal, it ended 6-0. So Croydon are going to have to defend with their lives here. Because if this goes to 2 or 3-0, it's going to be so difficult to bounce back, especially with the pressure of losing this game, being out of the entire tournament.
Well, I mean, the pressure is definitely on for Croydon. They need to win this, like you said, or they are out of the tournament. And, you know, we don't like to see teams going out after showing such a strong display. But when we look at the stats, the only game that they won was by an own goal by Imperator in that first round. And it was in the last seconds as well. And they need to just try and learn from these mistakes, as the ball's going to be going over towards Daniel, trying to get that shot away, falls over towards Skidsy. Skidsy getting the ball over in the wick under the centre and unable to get the shot away, as the defence is going to be taking their time and just getting that ball out. But now it falls back over to the possession of Imperator as they're taking the time. Daniel on the wall gets taken out by Winter. Wick needs to try and deal with this as Daniel gets the ball. They were unable to do anything with that as the flip reset's going to be coming out. So much is happening off the wall again, and they just can't get this ball in. Exeter, what are you doing? Just put it in the net. That's all you need to do. Is Daniel now gets that ball yet again, pushing it back over towards the backboard, and they're just going to be trying to go for this reset. A bit of mistake there by Nemo as he just didn't know what to do with the ball as it falls over towards Skidsy. Skidsy able to put that ball over towards Wick, and Wick slotting it away. A great shot there. Nemo stood no chance, accidentally backflipping. No one was able to get that right side of the goal, and it is now 2-0 in this match point towards Imperator against Croydon.
That was a great goal there from Wick. We saw the side of Croydon, 3 of them up, try and score, and then it got back down the field. Wick did miss, but they didn't look to compose themselves after that mistake of all 3 of them being up, which ended up leading to Wick's goal a couple of seconds later.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be trying to do as much as they can here. 2-0 down with 2 minutes left on the clock. They need to get this. I can't explain it enough. You know, they need to get this, otherwise they're out of the Student Champs tournament, and no one wants to see a team who has been doing so well. I mean, 12-4 in their games going out, but what a team to lose against. You know, EXE, the team that won it, at least that's a fair enough excuse, not saying that you lost against some random team just because you weren't feeling it on the day.
Yeah, Exeter are looking like a team that could go on to win it, and if they do, that'll be quite good for Croydon, saying they went out to the winners. But it's not over yet. They've got a minute and 20 seconds here, but they do need 2 goals and then 2 more wins.
Well, I mean, we've seen so many teams that have come and go, and it's just so insane, the different levels of skill that we see. I mean, we still have another team in this tournament who are in the other finals. They are just so dominant, and it will be such a fun watch to see potentially Exeter versus that team who's just going to be doing so well. I mean, with the pro player that they have on their team.
Yeah, that's York that are doing very well. And you also have SDC, who are currently waiting for who they're going to play in the regional final to come to a LAN. So it'll be quite difficult game for whoever plays SDC in that final, but Exeter are looking like they could do very well in that match.
Yeah, I believe Exeter might go on to even get to the LAN finals. We'll have to see what happens in the lower finals after this game. You know, it'll be exciting to see what will actually come of that. Is now the ball's going to be going up for Nemo. Winter getting the demolition. Is that a potential goal from Nemo off the ceiling coming in and just getting that goal and possibly the comeback? 22 seconds left on the clock. 2-1 to Imperator. Still all to play for. They still might be able to get this final goal and push that to overtime, but Imperator just need to shut down any potential attacks that could be coming their way, and even just trying to get that final 3rd goal just to push it away, as the ball's going to be going off from kickoff, and it is now 2-2. Winter getting the assist, Nemo getting the goal, and now 19 seconds on the clock, and it's still all to play for. It's went from a potentially done game to now being so close on the scoreboard that this could be going to overtime, unless one of the teams pipes up, tries to get that extra goal and just push this and take the game away, as we almost saw yet again another kickoff goal from the side of Croydon, as Wick's going to be going up this wall, pushing it over towards the center very dangerously, and it's almost in by Nitro, as he almost pushes that in off the crossbar and out, and now Imperator on this attack. They need to do anything. The demolition over onto Winter. Only 10 boosts to work with. He's going to be pushing this over towards the side. And now 0 seconds going into this overtime. Who do we think is going to win this one?
I still have Exeter winning this one. We did see a mistake there from Daniel. It must have been miscommunication. Went for the kickoff but then faked it. And it could just give Nemo an easy goal.
Yeah, it was so open for Nemo just to shoot that. The easiest goal he'll score in this tournament is the shot's going to be coming out from Nitro. Almost takes it down into the corner, but defended away. And now Imperator are looking a bit scared. They don't know what to do with the ball. So the shot's going to be coming out just a bit wide as it goes over towards his side as Daniel takes the ball. Winter trying to get this touch away, but unable to get anything on it. As the ball scrambling yet again in the side of Croydon's defense. As Daniel's taking the ball. 20 boost. Gets the flip reset as it goes over towards Skidsy. Winter getting that beautiful save. The Guardian save over from Winter as he's just trying to keep Croydon in this. Nemo pushing this ball back up as Daniel's going to be pushing it up and just gets unlucky on that 50-50, but still gets demolition, unable to do anything extra with that ball. Now 50 seconds into this overtime, so much is happening. Skidsy getting the demolition over onto Nemo as now Skidsy needs to do anything that he can with this ball. The shot's going to be coming out and it's Nitro. Nitro takes the game from 2-0 down to finishing it 3-2. They are still in this. Croydon still have something to play for. They need to win 2 more games, but Imperator still have that extra hope in their side as they have the chance of the match point in their favor.
I don't know what happened there to Croydon in that last minute, and then that minute of overtime. They seem like a totally different team. Not Nitro there, stepping up with a demo that led to the first goal from Croydon, and then that last goal to win in overtime and bring this to 3-2 and a lot closer of a match than it first seemed.
I mean, yeah, this match seemed like it was so over and that was going to be a win for Exeter, but they were just able to take that extra chances that they had, a few mistakes, and they capitalized on those mistakes, was able to push it just to that 3-2 now, and it's still all to play for. Only one more left for Exeter to win the entire thing. Croydon need one more to try and push this to double match point. Who do we think is going to win this one? You said before, whoever wins this one will be winning the whole thing.
Well, I hope I wasn't wrong there, and I still do believe Croydon will take it far. If they play like they were there, they were playing that their tournament was on the line, and it is.
Well, I mean,
so I hope they keep that up.
I mean, let's see if they do keep this up as we're going into the next game. I mean, 5 minutes here on the clock for either team to show what they need to do, as the demolition coming out early from Nemo onto Skidsy, as Daniel's going to be taking this ball up, Winter getting the touch there. It's looking like Skidsy's had a bit of a change of a car design here, maybe just trying to do anything with it, and is it going to be paying off? Almost does, as the shot comes out, but Nitro able to take it away, pushes it off the roof of his car over onto the crossbar and bumps it back out. Skidsy going for the 50-50 up with not Nitro, as the shot's coming out from Winter, and that is a goal from Winter. I mean, it's a horrific car design. It's quite scary to look at, but that doesn't take away from the beauty of this shot. Was able to get up into the air and just slot that away past the defensive Exeter.
I mean, Croydon, again, have bounced back from their loss. They're now 1-0 up. We have seen Croydon make a lot of mistakes when they've been 1-0 up. We'll have to see if they can learn how to play with the pressure of being ahead. As a very good shot there from Skidsy, hitting the post. Croydon need to get their defense on lock here to try and win this game.
I mean, what a double tap that was there by Skidsy. Almost took it all the way. It was a bit of a miss from the side of the defense of Croydon. But does that really matter? That does not take away from the potential shot. And yet again, it's just bodies in the air, but no one getting near the goal, as Skidsy just bumps it over Winter. Nitro just missing the ball. A bit of an awkward angle, as he was half on the post, half in the net. And it's just easy for Daniel just to slot away and push this back to a 1-1 with 4 minutes left on the clock.
I mean, it's the same story here. Every time Croydon take the lead in a game, their defense just becomes something that is not nice to watch. We had 2 whiffs there leading to that goal. They seem to do so much better when they're under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite abysmal defending there from the side of Croydon. As an accidental 1-2 just got played from Nitro and almost slotted that away into the back of the net. As now the shot's going to be coming out. Can they get the clears? Wick, the Guardian on that goal line, able to take it away, as Daniel's now going to be pushing this ball. 3 minutes 20, needs to try and do anything that he can, as Wick's going to be going up for the 50-50, and now Daniel up into the air, and what a shot that is from Daniel. Just able to slot that away. So much power on such an awkward angle from the ball, and honestly, I don't know how they were able to stop that. How did he get so much power on that shot to push it into that far right corner?
That was just a great power shot there from Daniel to get it into the goal. They just seem so much comfortable when the game is so close. Like, Croydon seem to need to be behind to play well, whether Exeter just take that and they take their lead. But we'll see if Croydon can again bounce back and bring this to the final match. If whoever wins that match wins the game.
Well, I mean, they need 3 minutes to try and do anything with this ball, as the ball's going to be falling over towards the bottom left side of the corner, just wide of that net, as Nitro's going to be picking this ball up. Wick for the 50-50 up in the air, able to do it. 10 boosts left though, unable to get as much as they can from that, as it falls over towards Daniel. Daniel takes a bit of a touch as Skidsy was going for it, but now the pinch is going to be coming out from Daniel from halfway line. And now falls back over towards Winter. Winter needs to try and do something with this ball, but unable to do anything as the ball falls to Wick, passing it back down to Daniel. A nice fake there to send Nemo flying, and the flick over the 2 defenders. Where were they going? They had absolutely no idea what was happening here. As the fake coming out, Nemo the pre-jump, and now the flick over Winter and Nitro, just sealing that shot away. And I mean, what a goal that was.
That was a great goal there from Daniel. He has stepped up so good in this last match, getting 3 goals here, not wanting to let his team lose and wanting to become a second-time winner of the Student Champs.
I mean, Daniel is just a bit showboating here. The flick over the Croydon player there, as it's getting pushed over towards Nemo. Nemo needs to try and do anything with this ball. 2 minutes left to try and get 2 goals back, as Winter's up in the air. The bump's coming out from Nemo on the side of Skidsy, as Nitro takes that ball back, pushing it back over towards the middle. As Skidsy pushes it back over towards the Croydon side of defense, and Wick taking that ball, pushing it back up over towards Skidsy. Skidsy going off the ball, but doesn't get anything on it. Just a bit of a bump over towards the side of Nitro as he's going to be taking this ball back down. Another defensive pass up the pitch there from Skidsy all the way to Daniel. Daniel taking his time but unable to get anything off it. Now it's just back and forth from both sides, just seeming to be passing it back and forth between defenses, but a bit of a mistake there coming out from Daniel is the defense just wasn't on point, and Wick needs to try and do something with this. And no, Nitro able to take that shot over Wick, and it was just a defensive error yet again. Skidsy going off that Wick a bit shy of what was going on there, and it's off the crossbar onto the line and just bounce in.
I mean, Nitro has Call Me Clutch as his tag, and I think he has proven that right there. He is so clutch in this game and the last game. He's getting them last goals. He's bringing this back for the side of Croydon. To see if they can bring this further. They still need one more goal with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. Can they do it?
I believe they could do it. You know, they are the comeback kings so far in this match. They've done it so many times, like we saw last round, that 2-0 down, pushing it over a 2-2 to get that third goal in overtime and giving them their second match win in this best of 5. And I mean, they're just trying to get the shots away, but now Imperator seem to defend with all their lives. Only 50 seconds left on the clock, and they need to do as much defending as they can. But will defending way too much cause way too many mistakes for the side of Imperator, which could eventually lead to another goal from Croydon, pushing it to another overtime? Maybe they just need to get back onto that attack. They need to try and dominate as much as they can and just keep pressuring as much as they can with what they can do. Is Nemo getting pressured by Wick there, but able to pushing over towards Nitro. Nitro pushing over towards Winter, and then Winter getting the shot. Skidsy being a proper goalkeeper as he's sitting on the line there and taking all the time that he can. Nitro now going for the shot, but yet again another player on the line for the side of Imperator. Is now Wick going to be taking this ball? So much defense going on from the side of Imperator. Is Croydon just trying to find a little gap in that defense to push it up? The bump coming out over onto Nitro, and Daniel takes the ball. 3 seconds left on the clock. Needs to try and either push it into the net there as the bump's going to be coming away. Anything going to be coming off of that? And Skidsy surely just needs to let that touch the ground. Is Winter trying to keep it up? Now not Nitro. 0 seconds on the clock. They need to try and do as much as they can here, but they are doing the rule 2 of Rocket League, keeping it up as long as they can as Daniel takes the touchdown over towards the corner. Going to be going up for the aerial and pushing it over towards any possible chance. And it's down on the floor from the side of Croydon. And that is the win. That is the 4th round win for Imperator. And that is the win for the lower semis towards Exeter.
I mean, that was a great game there from Exeter. We saw how much pressure they were under in them last 40 seconds to a minute there. Croydon were trying to force that ball into the goal. So many shots onto their goal, but Exeter were having none of it. They were like, I'm finished now. I want to go home. This game is over. We have won. We are into the finals of the low bracket.
Well, I mean, Exeter, they were so scared of making a tiny mistake in that defense that they decided to keep at least one player on that goal line for the last at least a minute when they were only 1-0 up. And it's so interesting to see because they were so strong on the attack that they could have possibly gotten another 1 or 2 goals and secured that game, but they decided to go with a bit of the scared route and just try to defend as much as they can. And it somehow worked out for them. I mean, a lot of shots coming out from the side of Croydon, and they were able to get that shots away, but it was just defense after defense after defense, and it just secured that final win from Exeter.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to risk it. When they were on the attack, they did start to let in quite a lot of goals, bar that second game where that was just... That second game, I think...
Complete domination.
Yeah, that was the decider. If they didn't get that dominant, I think there could have been a lot different story. But as I was saying, it was just so clever to stay in goal, and they didn't want to take any risks, and they didn't want to lose this game.
Well, I mean, we saw many matches there. We saw a complete domination, a lucky scramble on the goal line for a win from the side of Croydon in that first one, and then we saw a complete overhaul of a game from 2-0 up to 2-2 going into that final overtime, and then finishing out 3-2 for the side of Croydon, coming back. And like, here we have the replays. Like, it's just crazy, you know. We see so many goals coming out from all the players, and it was just so exciting to see from both the teams here. I mean, these goals, you know, Wick played so much better than we thought he might have. I mean, I feel like his tracker just is lying. Like, he said he was currently back, but he was definitely showing the performance of that peak Grand Champ that he had in his title there.
Yeah, I totally agree. As we're talking about the players, who was your MVP from this match?
Well, I mean, I have to choose Daniel. I mean, the side of Exeter did play absolutely outstanding, and it's a hard choice between Skidsy and Daniel. But after I saw that goal from Daniel, where the ball was coming to him, he could have bumped into it, and he just stopped, faked it, and then the player went over. I believe it was Nemo, just went straight over the ball, and then he was able to take the ball a bit more forward and flick it over the two defenders. That just absolutely secured it for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Skidsy. I like the shout of Daniel. He was very good, especially in them last games. He showed how he can handle under pressure and why he was a champion. But I think Skidsy, especially in them first few games, was just so dominant, got so many goals, so many shots, and he was the standout for me.
Yeah, definitely a standout. Both teams played exceptionally well, but what a shame for Croydon as Exeter go on to the lower finals. They will be playing that sometime this next week, and it's going to be a great game for any team, anyone to watch. It's going to be so good, but that is all we have time for. Sadly, no second game for us to be casting over today. It is a shame. We would have loved to have more casting opportunities today, but that will be it. So, yet again, I've been Nick.
I've been James.
And we thank you all for watching the lower semis of the British Esports Student Champs Rocket League.